What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Jane and Sports Podcast. My name is Nishan.
I'm Justin, and welcome to episode 3 of the podcast. So, Nishan, how you been, buddy?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
School tomorrow, so that sucks.
Oh man, yeah, we both start school tomorrow. I'm dreading it, man.
Yeah. And another thing, we changed our upload schedule. We're gonna start uploading on Mondays and Thursdays
Yeah,
now.
it had to
So
bend
just
to the school schedule, you know. Things are
yeah,
getting in the way, but it's okay. So Mondays and Thursdays we'll be getting episodes out there.
yeah. It's still gonna be twice a week, so
Yeah.
it's
What time's your first class tomorrow?
at 8, so I have to wake up
Oh,
like at 6 o'clock.
oh my gosh, man, that's. I mean, for work, I had to wake up at like 5:30 or 6, so like I'd be used to it. But my first class then starts like 9:15 tomorrow, so I think I'll be good for waking up.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, and I only have one class. I end at 10:15, then I'm done.
Nice.
Yeah. So hopefully we get through the day nicely.
Yeah.
So, did your little brother have another basketball game this week? I wasn't able to go.
Yeah.
How do you
On
do?
Saturday.
Let's
On
hear it.
Saturday.
Let's hear the percentage
He
here.
So he scored 3 points
Oh,
and he shot 1 for 5, so like
yeah.
20%.
The coach took away
So
some shots, huh?
oh yeah, for sure.
Went from taking 19 to 12 to 5.
Oh, at least the percentage is kind of improving.
Any
So
free throws?
yeah, he shot 1 for 3, so that was not good.
Oh, three. At least he got to the line, but that's good.
Yeah,
How many rebounds? That's what he's known for on that
like
team.
like 13.
Yeah, see, he's a rebounding machine, but doesn't know what to do with it once he grabs it.
Yeah,
All right. Do you want to get into these topics?
yeah, let's
All
do it.
right. So for this segment, I know the other 2 episodes have been basketball, but we're changing it up. We're going to open up with some UFC, the big fight over the weekend, UFC 246, McGregor versus
Yeah,
Cowboy. And then we're going to go a little bit into the Astros and the Red Sox and their scandal against the Dodgers World Series. We're Dodger fans. We have been. It's just we were trying to focus more on basketball for this podcast, but we'll mention stuff here and there.
yeah, for sure.
All right. So first thing, McGregor versus Cowboy. Did you watch the fight?
Yeah, I watched the fight.
I
I
mean,
was kind of disappointed on how long it lasted.
yeah. I mean, I'm a McGregor fan, so obviously I was going crazy that he got him out in 40 seconds with that insane head kick. But at the end of the day, I was kind of hoping to go like at least 2 rounds, maybe. But it's all right. I'll take the win.
Yeah. This was McGregor's first fight since 2018, right?
Yeah, since he fought Khabib.
Yeah, so that's pretty insane that he just like comes in and just knocks someone out in
Yeah,
40
the
seconds.
UFC did a really good job hyping up the fight. Like I told everybody, like this is gonna be like a 1 or 2 round fight, but I did not think it'd be like that quick.
Yeah,
I've never seen somebody like use shoulders in the clinch standing up to like hit somebody. And I think he like
yeah, that
broke
move, yeah.
Cowboy Cerrone's nose with shoulder hits. That's insane. And I don't know if you saw on like that slow mo replay. As soon as the bell rung to start the round, he went for the left, missed by like a hair, and then went with the left knee and rocked him there. That's what the shoulders got set up for in there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that's
man,
what Cowboy said in his interview after the
oh my
fight. He got
gosh.
surprised that he brought out those new moves.
That's why, yeah. A couple fighters outside I forgot which one said that they had a feeling he was gonna bust out some new moves, and Connor's camp said that he would as well, and we saw it right there.
Yeah,
I mean, Connor looks good, man. I'm glad. The UFC is the funnest. That's not a word, but funnest to watch.
most fun.
Yeah, most fun
Yeah.
to watch when Connor's at the top competing. So I'm really excited for this year.
Who do you think he's gonna fight next? Any opponents in mind?
I hope it's either Nate Diaz for the trilogy fight, see who could take that series,
Mm,
or Jorge Masvidal. I feel like that'd be a bad ass fight, Jorge
yeah,
Masvidal versus Connor. Especially because people said that the 2 year layoff and him having to fight a heavier weight, he wouldn't have knockout power against Cerrone. But
mm,
clearly that was not the case, as fucking kicked him in the face,
yeah.
knocked him out. It was beautiful, man, beautiful to watch. But
What
yeah,
I like, yeah, what I liked from McGregor was like he showed some respect, like for Cowboy
oh,
after
that's
the
what I was
fight.
gonna say. I like that this was
Yeah,
a fight with Connor you've never really seen where he was like respecting with his opponent and
yeah,
like nice with each other. Like that little thing they had at their press conference, they were talking with each other, like complimenting each other. It was just fun to see, like them having fun. And even when they were facing off, like the shaking of hands, it was great. And did you see that Cowboy's grandma hugging Connor after the fight?
yeah. I
That,
saw
that
that.
was
Yeah,
amazing, man. Like that's great. You love to see that.
yeah, that's respect.
Not
That
every
makes
fight has to
respect.
have like bad blood for it to entertain or stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah, it's great. I love the
All
UFC,
right.
man. Uh,
All right, let's get into the second topic. So Astros and the Red Sox cheating scandal. What
oh
do you
my
think about
gosh.
this?
Well, yeah, obviously we're Dodger fans, so okay. Well, the Red Sox one hasn't been investigated that much. They're just alleged for now.
Yeah,
But the Red Sox, I mean, the Astros, scum of the earth, man. I'm telling you that. I'm
yeah,
sorry if there's any
100%.
Astro fans here, but your team is just it's just hot garbage, man. What is that?
Yeah, I saw a report where they used elaborate system of cameras, monitors, and they used trash cans as like percussion instruments to like steal pitching
Did
signs.
you
So
see that
that's
video that came up on Twitter, like when it first came out that they were cheating, where
yeah,
it wasn't against the Dodgers, though, it was like earlier in the season against like the Mariners or something like that. I don't remember. And you could hear the banging in the dugout every time a fastball would come. And then when there was no bang, then it would be like a changeup or a curveball, something like that, and they wouldn't swing. And then the pitcher caught onto it and told the catcher like, "Oh, they know our signs." So then they would call for a fastball, but throw the changeup, and they finally got him, and they knew they were cheating then.
I can't believe like it's gone to this point where like they're using trash cans to hear like
I
stuff.
mean, I feel like baseball's always been like a sport that's been like not rigged, but like known to be cheated into win bets and
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that,
for
like back
sure.
in the
Yeah.
day, and especially now.
Mhm.
And you saw that video of Altuve telling him not to rip his jersey off because that one,
Yeah,
they said
yeah.
they had
That's
buzzers on their bodies for some players, like to know what pitch was coming. They'd have a little buzz on their chest.
that's
Like
just like
that's
like
insane.
I feel like the MLB they didn't give too harsh of
Hell
like
no, nothing happened to the players at all.
yeah
The players
like yes
they
just
still
the
have all
manager
their
got fired.
magazines with the cover titles and all that, and
Yeah.
they have their trophy still. They're not taking it away. Like what's they don't care.
Like what they should do, what the MLB should do, in my opinion, is like they should take away the trophy and then have no one as a World Series championship for that year, just like a blank.
Yeah,
Because I
you saw the LA City Council wanting us to get the trophies. Like I don't want
yeah,
that.
but
We
no,
didn't
no,
win.
like no, I don't think they should give us the trophy, but like I don't think anyone should deserve the trophy.
Yeah, I agree.
Like yeah, because if you're cheating in like a professional sport and it's your job, like come on.
People that like cheat and stuff like that, like they know they have stuff that they're missing that they don't know how to like fix.
If
So
they
they
cheat, that means they know that they're gonna lose. So
oh yeah, basically.
yeah,
But
we'll
yeah,
see what
the
happens this year.
Dodgers that year, I knew you could watch from the regular season and the playoffs. They were the best team in baseball by a mile. So
Uh-huh.
without the cheating and stuff with the Astros would have done, we probably would have won it in 4 or 5 games, like dead ass.
Yeah, 100%.
Which it makes it's salt in the wound, man. It sucks. We haven't seen the Dodgers win. I wasn't even alive when the Dodgers won their last World Series, like 1988,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy. Back to back years, we got cheated. I mean, the Red Sox it's still up in the air, but that's kind of
Yeah,
sketchy that it comes out. And I think something happened with one of the head of the coaching staff. I think they like quit before something came out or
yeah,
something like
they
that.
quit. Yeah,
So I
their
don't know,
manager
man.
quit before like the scandal like started getting investigated.
Did you see Bellinger and Woods on Twitter call out the MLB about having harsher punishments on the players?
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Alex Wood and Bellinger, yeah,
Yeah,
they definitely had it right. It's messed
yeah,
up, man.
because the only thing that happened was the managers just like got fired. That's it, and their general
And
manager
they
for
lose
the
some first
Astros.
round picks. Like, okay, I'm sure they don't need
Yeah,
picks. They were just in the World Series again this last season. I'm
yeah.
sure they could afford to lose some first round picks.
And did you hear what Altuve said after? Like I think it was a couple days ago. He said that oh don't worry we'll make it to the World Series again.
Yeah, yeah. I
I hope
hope you
you guys
do.
make it and the Dodgers win.
Yeah, we'll see when the Dodgers
Let's
make it
see
there
about
without
that.
all the buzzing and the cameras. We'll see who wins it in the rematch. Even in the
Yeah,
rematch during the season when we were at home in that season after we played them in the World Series, and we beat them at home after that. Like, okay, see, you're not cheating. We could beat you at home. Even during the World Series, we had those 3 games
yeah.
against them.
Uh-huh.
It sucks, man. Cheating is the worst, especially when it's happening against your favorite team.
All right. So let's get into the next topic. So this is LaMelo Ball, like top five prospect for next year's draft. So he's reportedly done for the season at in Australia. So what do you think? Do
Yeah, I
you
think
think
it's
it's the right
safe.
choice?
Yeah, I think it's safe. The draft is coming up soon, and his team I don't think is doing too hot in Australia. So he showed a lot of good games. Like before he got injured, his last 3 games I think in a row he got a triple double, which is like a record in that league. It was a history making
Yeah.
record. And then he was averaging like 17 and like 10, something like that. So I think he showed enough to all the prospects that we could do against grown men in professional basketball.
Yeah. What I think is like it might be like a little risky on his side because remember how like this year Bol got like drafted like 27th because of injury
Yeah, he
problems.
just the
I
lottery
feel like
drop stock.
his draft stock might like go down a little bit, but
Yeah,
not as much as Bol. Like I think he's for sure gonna be a top five.
yeah. It definitely helps that his name is LaMelo Ball. Everyone knows who he
Oh
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So and then they're gonna use that headliner for sure, brother versus brother, Alonzo versus LaMelo, because they're two hyped up names in the NBA. So
Yeah,
I don't see him falling below the top five in the draft this year.
yeah. What team do you think he's gonna go to? If or like what team would you like him to
I
go
want him
to?
to go to the Knicks, 100%. I think that'd be
The
sick.
Knicks.
Yeah, I think he'd be great for New
Yeah.
York in the Knicks. They would hype him
Ma-
up. The fan base would be great to him. I think it'd be good for him.
Imagine if the Pelicans, let's just say they tank and then they go for Lamelo and they have Lamelo, Lonzo, and
Oh
Zion. That would
man,
be
that'd
insane.
be amazing. But no way the Pelicans are
I
taking
doubt
this
that
year.
happens.
They have a lot
Yeah,
of grit. The Pelicans do. All the young core, they're really good right now. They're hot. I think
yeah.
they've won like four of their last six right now, and they lost to the Clippers. So obviously that's not an easy game to go up against. And they
Mhm.
took him to the wire. So can't wait to see who Lamelo goes to though.
All right. So this next one, so this one is the new NBA power ranking. So let's see what the top five is. So starting at five, it's the Indiana Pacers. Number four, the Utah Jazz, which we saw they had that winning streak, but they lost to the Pelicans. And then number three, the Clippers. Number two, the Lakers, and number one, obviously, is the Bucks. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I
That
mean,
top five?
I guess
Think it's
the
correct?
top three is secured. Like that's not going to change anything.
Uh-huh.
Bucks, what did they almost have 40 wins, huh? They're like 38.
38 and 6, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. First, Lakers, they lost to to the Magic that one game, but 34 and 8. Clippers, yeah, top three, no one's changing there. The Jazz makes sense at four. They were just on a 10-game win streak, and then I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I
and
don't
then they
see anything
lost to the
wrong with it.
Pelicans.
I mean, it could go either way. I would put the Nuggets at five, Pacers at five. It could go either way.
Yeah. Pacers have been doing really good so
Yeah,
they're starting to.
even the Sixers without Joel Embiid, they went 3-1 in
Oh
the
yeah,
yeah.
three
So
and one. Yeah.
they could be
So,
up there even without Joel Embiid when they get him back. They'll probably jump back up into the fourth spot.
yeah. Joel Embiid, yeah, they need him.
Man, his finger though. Did you see that video of his finger when he got hurt?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that
was
was
gross.
gross. His finger was aiming south when his hand was going north. Fuck, it was disgusting.
Uh,
All right, what we
so
got next? Going to
some
Laker
Laker news.
news? Yeah, Laker news. Got it.
All right, so oh yeah, Anthony Davis is playing today.
Oh yeah,
We're
we're
filming
filming
this
this
on Monday.
episode on Martin Luther King Day. Got a lot of games going on. There's one that 11, and I think Detroit started, so we were already missing one of those. But
Yeah,
we'll catch up on it. But yeah, against the Celtics, I can't wait to see how Anthony Davis does.
yeah. Good thing he's back. So
Oh, especially
that's
against the Celtics, they're one of the top teams in the
yeah,
East right now. So potential who we can meet in June as well when we get to the finals.
100%. Yeah,
Let me see what else. LeBron the other night turned it up finally. I know a lot of people were saying he was cherry picking the other day to get his 31, but I don't. He did. He played the perfect game the other day to get the win against Houston.
oh yeah,
He was
like
facilitating, controlling the pace when he had the ball. It was great.
yeah.
That's like vintage LeBron right there.
People were saying like early on in the game, like he was passing too much, but then he just went LeBron mode, you know?
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the full thing because it like intersected with the main card of the Connor fight.
Oh
But I
yeah,
watched the first half when they were kind of like slow and LeBron couldn't get it going as much. But yeah, he really picked it up when I saw the highlights in the second half. He did what he needed to do, and we got the win. It's good. We did
Did you
good without
see?
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, yeah. Did you see the thing that about Frank Vogel? So there was like a vote before like the season started, like who's gonna get fired the quickest, like in the NBA
Oh
as
yeah,
coaches,
I remember that.
and Frank Vogel was number
Number
one.
one. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But then this guy's like Vogel has given the Lakers a defensive identity that most people didn't think it was possible. So
Oh,
he
he didn't.
definitely deserves
He
the
didn't
coaching.
comment on it.
Yeah, no, he
Oh,
didn't
okay,
comment on
okay.
it.
I wish somebody
But
would ask him about that.
yeah,
But the way the Lakers are going about their interviews and stuff this year, probably be respectful. Like, hey, we're here. We're top of the West. We're doing good.
yeah.
I don't
I
think
think
we'd take
yeah,
a
he for
shot.
sure. deserves to be in the Coach of the Year
Yeah,
conversation.
when we hired Frank Vogel, I was like, that's a good pick out of the pool of coaches that were left in the at the time. Because remember, we want to get Monty Williams, and he chose to go to the Suns instead of the Lakers. Didn't think he
Yeah,
could do it with LeBron. And then who else? On the Clippers, the assistant coach, Tyronn Lue, Ty Lue, yeah, he wanted to
Ty
become
Lue.
the head coach, and we chose Vogel over Ty Lue. Then he went to the assistant coach of the Clippers, and they said that made a huge mistake with that. And I said I didn't mind it. I didn't really want Ty Lue to be back with LeBron just because I feel like it'd be like the Cleveland way again if we didn't get 80 at the time because we didn't get him when we were going for coaches.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we hired Jason Kidd as assistant coach. Our coaching staff is stacked, man. They know what they're doing with the Lakers this year.
Oh yeah, like two or three of them have been head coaches before,
Yeah,
so
everyone was betting on Jason Kidd being promoted to the head coach, but no
yeah.
one's really been talking about him. Frank Vogel's been the main center point for the Lakers this season. All right, Nishan, let's get into some trade rumors here now. What do we got?
All right, so there was not much in trade rumors this week, but one of them that like stood out to me was the Bradley Beal to the Lakers. What do you think about that?
Obviously, any chance you get to add Bradley Beal, you'll take him, man, right?
Yeah, because I feel like he'll be a perfect fit to the Lakers as well.
Yeah, I feel like when we were trying to go for Clay this past off season, that's where we were trying to fill the catch and shoot 3-and-D type guy, and Bradley Beal I think is the next best thing since we couldn't get Clay. So obviously this is just a rumor. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's nice to
Yeah, I don't
think.
think it's gonna happen either. But if realistically, we're probably have to gonna trade like Kuzma, Danny Green, and like a pick. So I don't think I want to do that. But if it's Bradley Beal, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be
Not sure.
down for 100%. But all right, that's all we got for that one. What else we got?
All right, yeah. So let's just move on to the popping questions now.
Yeah, wasn't too many trade rumors going around right now.
Yeah, and then there was like a Derrick Rose one to LA, but we'll
We'll
see about that one
see how
too.
that develops as it goes.
Yeah. All right. So first question. So does LeBron or Steph have another MVP in them? What do you think?
I think LeBron can win one this year, and if he doesn't win it this year, I think it's really tough to try to win after that. Especially he'll be turning 36 next year, and 80 will be the main Laker in town. Steph is still kind of young, and I think once he gets healthy, he'll have a chance to be right back in the top 3 or 5 for MVP candidacy.
So you think one of them's gonna win one more?
I think they both have a chance to, but I think LeBron obviously has a smaller window since he's like 4 or 5 years older than Steph.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think LeBron has another one in him, but for sure Steph because I feel like once he gets really healthy, the Warriors like they're without KD. You wouldn't know that, but like Steph by himself could probably score like 35 per game if you think about it.
If he
Like
has
without
the
KD,
same
yeah.
shot selections as James Harden does in Houston, he could
Oh yeah,
average
for sure, yeah. And
probably
then
more than that.
yeah, 100%.
All right. So, what else we got going on the popping questions?
All right, so we have two more. So the second one is should the coach challenge that got implemented as like a trial this season should it remain in the following years?
I personally don't like it. It's not a good system. I don't think it's like you win, you challenge something, you win or lose, you're losing a timeout. I don't see the point in that. And then you're only awarded one per game. You don't get it back at each half. So like, what's the point in using it early? I would try to save it. If I was a coach, save it till the end for a critical play that might happen. But there's also been times where like teams have like challenged stuff and it just still hasn't gotten reversed, even though it probably should have. So I hope it just gets vetoed next year, or whatever the word for it is, because it's
Yeah.
slowing down the games, and I don't think it's helping too much.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one because I feel like the coach challenge it takes too much time in the game, you know? Like it's like VAR in soccer. It just takes too much time and then the fans get bored for like 10 minutes. Some of them take like 10 to 15, which should not be happening,
Yeah, and
you
if
know?
you look at the success to non-success ratio, like the coaches that use them just like almost never have it go their way. It
Yeah, and
almost always stays like the call the ref made initially.
yeah, and that the only thing you could like challenge that you can't like that's not already in the replay system is fouls. Like that's the only thing they added.
man.
you could already the refs could already replay anything else except fouls. So
Yeah, it's not the way
I
to
don't.
go.
Yeah,
Hopefully they get rid of that next season because this is a trial season. It's not like it's already here to
yeah, it's a
stay.
trial
It's a
season.
trial
Yeah.
season. So hopefully they know what they got to do.
All right. So this last question in this segment: how many rings will the Lakers win this decade? This is an interesting one.
All right. So I think if everything goes the right way, if AD resigns, LeBron, I think he's got 2, 3 like good basketball years left in him, like 20 points per game before it starts like declining. If
Yeah,
he goes beyond that, then I don't know what to say. This guy's insane. And then after that, I'm pretty sure the Lakers will get some people in free agency because it's LA.
yeah, for sure.
Probably by, so you're saying 2020 to 2030?
Yeah,
Yeah,
2020
I
to
could
2030.
see realistically 3 to 4.
3 to 4. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna say 3 or 4 as well because I feel like let's say I think the Lakers are gonna win back to back. So I think they're win this one this year and they're gonna have really good confidence going into next season and win that one as well. But then I feel like LeBron's gonna retire as a Laker for sure.
yeah,
Like
I agree.
yeah, I think when the contract ends, he's probably gonna call it, or like he might sign like 1 more or 2 more years, but at most. And then AD's gonna carry the ship and then win like 2 more at the end of the decade. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like they either win back to back, or if they win this year, they lose next year, and then like win 2 more in a row, kind of like the Warriors did with the
Yeah,
Cavs and
yeah,
stuff like that. I feel like it goes one of two ways. But either way, I'm hoping for a chip this season. I'm really
yeah.
excited
I
about.
think they'll win the chip
Yeah,
this
like
season.
I feel like this season is like, I know there's not a lot of clear cut teams, but our team in a 7 game series, I just feel like we're really tough to beat.
Yeah, for sure. And I
Uh,
think the only challenge the Lake, not the only challenge, but the best, the toughest challenge they have is probably Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
I
I
feel.
mean, can't overlook the Clippers because we haven't beat
Yeah,
them
yeah.
yet,
We can't
but
overlook the
we
Clippers
got
too.
a game against them the end of the month, so I can't wait for that.
Yeah, like for sure the Western Conference is the Clippers and the Eastern Conference is Milwaukee.
Yeah, 100%. No question about that. All right. And if we're all set, you got anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a shorter episode today, but it's kind of a slow week. But we expect things to change soon as the trade deadline approaches.
Uh-huh.
February 6th, I believe it is, and
Yeah.
All Stars stuff is coming up. It should be fun. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to the third official episode of the Jane and Sports Podcast.
And make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
All right. Peace, guys.